Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the chemistry class. In my previous class, I also discussed some uses of metals. Okay, today I will also discuss some metals and their uses. Okay, so first we discuss about magnesium. Magnesium, its symbol is Mg. Okay, and all of you know in chlorophyll, okay, there is magnesium metal, and it is a very important metal. Without chlorophyll, plant cannot synthesize, okay, the glucose. That means there will be, if there is no photosynthesis, okay, then we cannot get the food, okay. So magnesium metal is very important for us, okay, as it is a part of chlorophyll compound, okay, which helps in the photosynthesis. Now magnesium is a silvery white metal, okay, and it burns easily in air with bright light, okay, and it is available in the form of ribbon, okay. In your laboratory it is available in the form of ribbon, okay. And in fireworks we can use magnesium dust, okay, as it burns with a dazzling white light, okay. The different color we can see, okay, in fireworks, okay, mainly producing different from the different compounds, okay. Suppose if you want to produce brilliant white light, you have to use magnesium metal. If you use strontium metal, that will produce crimson red color. If you use barium or copper metal, okay, that will or copper metal salt, okay, that will produce that green color, okay. So magnesium is also a very important compound in fireworks also, okay, for producing huge amount of light. And magnesium is also used for making alloys like duralumin. Already I have discussed magnesium. In duralumin there is aluminum 95%, copper, magnesium will be 0.5%, and manganese is there. And it is generally used for making the aircraft bodies, okay, and windows, panes, doors, okay, and pressure cooker. And magnesium is also containing magnesium 2% and aluminum will be 98%. It is used for making that chip balances, okay. Now scientists also prepared some nanoparticles of magnesium oxides, and these particles have huge amount of uses. They are generally used in high temperature dehydrating agent used for the production of silicon steel sheet and high grade ceramic materials and electronic industry materials, okay. Sometimes in adhesive or additive we are using these magnesium oxide nanoparticles, okay. So these are the important uses of magnesium, and today I will show you a little bit of activity, okay, that I will show you that how magnesium ribbon, okay, is looking like. So you see this is a magnesium ribbon, okay, this is magnesium ribbon, okay. Hope you will be able to see. So in ribbon form it is available in your lab. Now if I take a very small part of this ribbon and if we burn it, then you can easily understand. It will produce dazzling white light. That is why in this Kali Puja, whatever you are using, that you are telling Rospati, okay, wrong mosal, okay. So we are using this magnesium dust. That is why huge amount of white light is producing, okay. Now I am showing you. Now I am burning. See here. Dazzling white light. Actually magnesium reacting with the oxygen present in the air and forming magnesium oxide. And it's an exothermic reaction, huge amount of light and heat is producing, okay. So in this way you can easily understand why magnesium we are using in fireworks, okay. Next we will discuss another important metal, that is lead. And lead, its symbol is Pb. It is coming from Latin word, that is plumbum, Plumbum. So from plumbum, the symbol lead is coming. So lead is also a silvery white metal, and it is a very heavy metal. Okay, and its compounds are weighty, that means heavy, and it is highly malleable metal. And lead is highly corrosion resistance. It is a poor conductor of electricity. It is also a poisonous metal. All of you know about the lead poison. Okay, and it is used in the storage batteries, that means lead storage batteries, in bullets, in shotgun pellet, and ballast in sailboats, and scuba diving belts for weight protective cover for cables, and roofing materials we are using this lead. Okay, and in sanitary pipes also we are using leads, statues, sculptures, and electronic circuits for soldering purpose also we are using lead, and lead crystal gas also we are using. Now there are some important alloys of leads are there. One is solder. In solder, okay, we are using lead and tin. Lead will be the 50% and tin will be the 50%. Okay, so it is the solder is mainly used for soldering electronic devices. Okay, or electronic industry. Another important alloy of lead, we can say that gunmetal, type metal containing lead, tin, and antimony, and generally it is used for making the printing type. Okay, and if you think about the nanoparticles also, in our lab we also prepared during my research time we prepared lead sulfide nanoparticles. Okay, so these lead sulfide nanoparticles with the help of some gel of organolic acid. Okay, and now huge amount of applications are there of these lead sulfide nanoparticles. These are used in the solar absorbers. They can be used in solar cells. Okay, in lasers, in photographs, etc. So in this way, okay, we have completed the discussion of the lead metal. Next we will discuss another important metal, that is called platinum. Platinum is more precious, okay, more costly than gold. Its symbol is Pt. Okay, it is also a silvery white, extremely precious metal, and it is also non-reactive like gold. It is also noble metal. If you add some acid, if you add some alkali, if you take some oxygen, okay, it will not react. Okay, so how to dissolve this platinum? Again, you have to take the aqua regia. Aqua regia, there will be nascent chlorine, so platinum will react with this 4Cl forming PtCl4. Now platinum will be dissolved in aqua regia. Platinum is also an excellent catalyst, okay, in hydrogenation reaction of unsaturated compound, okay, like alkene and alkynes. We are using platinum as catalyst, platinum and hydrogen, and during hydrogenation platinum we can use as catalyst. Okay, and it has high ductility, and it is used for making electrodes and electrolyte cells. Okay, it is also used for making expensive ornaments and watches. Okay, like gold, already I have told. Okay, you can dissolve the platinum metal, okay, in aqua regia. Aqua regia, already I have discussed that it is a mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid. Okay, concentrated hydrochloric acid you have to take the 3 parts, and concentrated nitric acid you have to take 1 part. Okay, next we will discuss about the discovery of the platinum nanoparticle. Yes, scientists also prepared some platinum nanoparticles like gold nanoparticles. Okay, it is actually in the form of colloid. Okay, and it has huge amount of biomedical application regarding like we can tell that drug delivery, bioimaging, antibacterial, antimicrobial, antioxidant, and even these platinum nanoparticles can be used in cancer therapy. Okay, in magnetic nanopowders, okay, we are using this platinum nanoparticle. In polymer membranes, okay, also we are using, as well as electrocatalysis we are using this platinum nanoparticle. And last metal, okay, whatever is given in your syllabus, that is tungsten, and its symbol is W. Why it is W? It is taken from the Latin word that is called wolfram. From wolfram, okay, it is taken W. Now tungsten is a solid shiny grey metal and it can withstand very high temperature, okay, and its melting point, boiling point is very high, or highest we can tell among the metals, okay. That is why in bulb filaments, okay, now we are using lead bulbs, bulb filament we are using that tungsten metal, okay. And it can also be used, okay, in making electrodes, heating elements, and different types of alloys like stellite. We are using this tungsten. There is mainly chromium, tungsten and nickel is there, and it is used for manufacture of high speed tools and cutlery, surgical instruments. We can use tungsten steel where we are taking that iron, tungsten and chromium, okay. Tungsten will be around 14%, iron will be around 80% maximum, and chromium will be around 3 to 4%. And this is used for making or cutting tools for high speed leathers, okay. So this tungsten also used in mining industries also, okay. So in this way, today we have completed the discussion of the all metals and their uses. Generally, we have to read the properties of these metals as well as their uses, okay. Question will can come from property of the metal as well as uses, okay. Mainly in your syllabus their uses is there. And next class we will discuss the usage of non-metals, okay. So if you have any question regarding this, the uses of metals, you can ask me in the live classes, okay. So today up to this, thank you.